Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thanks for joining me. I'm here working on this little golden book Jingle Bells journal, and so I wanted to share a little update. I just shared so far one video on this, and that was kind of going over the cover and what I was doing with the pages, because for this one I left the little golden part, the little part that, sometimes I have cut it off, and I know other people cut it off, but I wanted to leave it because I kind of like have a sentimental attachment to little golden books. And so I really, I hate cutting off that little golden seal, so I left it on here. And so that made my pages, I had to make wider pages, a 6-inch, folded in half, 12 by 12, folded in half. It's a 6-inch wide page, and that was too narrow. So I'm going to show you a little update on the pages, not every page, but just an idea of what I'm doing. And I'm really, really, really having fun. If you've never done this, I would think you should try it if you make journals, because I did this, and this was fun, but let me show you what else I did. I was just like, I had my scraps here from this journal, and I was about to cut up some 12 by 12s, and I said, I wonder what I can do with these scraps. So let me find a scrappy page here for you and show you what I did, because it was fun. Let me see. I think I've got just about all my pages in here. Adding some trims. Okay, here's one of the pages. So I took my scraps and sewed them together. Of course, this is not a new idea. I've seen Gina at the Rebookery do this, and so that was in the back of my mind when I did this. I wasn't sure how it would turn out, how it would look, things like that. Oh, here's another one too. I did this one. So this is what I did. I think I started off with this one right here. See, this was a piece of scrap from the pages I already made for this journal. And I had this piece of scrap wallpaper that I had used in this journal. And so these were bigger. These were bigger pieces. So I was able to just sew. I sewed two pieces together. See, I just folded this over and sewed this other page on it. And this is, let me see. Oh, okay, what do I have here? Okay, I know what I did. This was 3 pieces. So basically I had the wallpaper, and then I felt like it wasn't quite out, and it didn't have to be all the way out, but that was my goal, to make it all the way out to here, the same length that I needed on both sides of the page. So I added a little piece I used some Ideal magazine pages in here from the Christmas editions that I have. And so I sewed that on, and I let it stick out a little bit right here, so the pages would be long enough. You see that? They're even here. And then but it also ended up, I made it into a pocket. So this is the scrapbook paper, or this is actually cardstock scrapbook paper. This is the wallpaper, and here is the Ideals magazine piece. And that is, I let it be a pocket in here. So that was when I was extending and experimenting. I didn't know what I was going to do, but that is what I ended up doing, just by trial. I didn't really have an error, but experimentation, I guess, is a better word. So that one was fun. And then this one was, then I had, after I used up my big scraps like that, I had a bunch of these little strips. So you can see this page is I had these 2 strips of music. I had a piece of wallpaper and a piece of cardstock scrapbook paper, and I sewed all of those together to make this page. So that was also fun, and it looks really cool in here. Like, let's see. Yeah, no pockets here, but I just think it looks really cool, as you're going to be, whoever gets this will be, able to use these pages. And it's so, I think it is so interesting, like, not just a, I have eclectic kind of pages in here anyway, but just regular pages, and then you come across this really cool, like, pieced together page. I've never pieced together a page that much with 4 pieces, so that was totally fun. And then let's see if there's some more I can show you here. Let's see, this one here, I think, is that all in This is the I've got 3 signatures. I think this is well, let me see. Let's just take one at a time here. So this is another one I pieced together. This one has 5 pieces. I was seriously trying to use up my scraps here. So music, this is another piece of page I used in this journal. That there's 2 pieces of that right here. This one and this one. 2 pieces of music and a piece of Ideals magazine. And again, I'll show you what it looks like when you like turn the pages. I think it's just the coolest thing ever. You know, isn't it cool? I just love it. I got to remember to do that more often because I've never really pieced together so many pieces to make a page and realized how cool it was. You know, I mean, I've watched all of her videos where she made journals like that, and I never really pieced that many together myself, but I'm sure she probably has, and it's just the coolest looking thing. So here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages or pieces again. This is and this one's a pocket on the end here. So that one paper, this is that one paper that I used. You know, it's like just paper that I got somewhere at where did I get that? At a thrift store. This is Ideals magazine, music Ideals magazine. This piece was bigger than I needed. You know, it was sticking out. After I got it sewed on, I had a little bit out here, so I just folded it over and made a side tuck. So super cool, right? I didn't make another scrap, just folded it over and made a side tuck instead of cutting it off. So, and then the third signature, let's see, I'm sure I put one in each signature because I was just loving it so much and having so much fun with it. Let's see here. Where is it? Maybe I don't have any. Oh yeah, here's one right here. So here's the other one that I did. And this used up all my bigger scraps. So this one was, we've got 3 pieces of wallpaper. This is the same wallpaper here. This one and this one. And this is another piece, that other piece of wallpaper that I used in here. And this is music. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces sewn together. I use zigzag stitch on all of them. I just like the way that looks when you turn the pages, and there you go. You have all this cool looking page here. And I don't know if I'll leave them in this order, but I really, really like how it turned out. So another way to kind of, as you're making a journal and you're making scraps from that journal, to use up the scraps at that very moment when you're making the journal, so you don't have them left over when you're done. So I really, really, really love that, how that worked out. So now I'll show you my scraps that I have left. I thought I'd make some ephemera, because that's my next step is to, I added some trims. My next step is to maybe do a little decorating, adding ephemera, you know, from my stash, and then I want to use up the scraps here. So I kind of divided them into pretty much, let's see, I think I got them a little mixed up here. But bigger scraps like this, kind of squarish. These are all kind of more rectangular. That's kind of a big one. I can put that one over there. But yeah, I tried to organize them. These are smaller, and this is a strip. This is a big strip. I didn't use this in on any of the pages, so this is kind of like an example of what I had when I was putting the pages together. Big, you know, strips like that. And I still could make that into a pocket or something if I don't use it right now. So I might look into doing that if I have that left after I make ephemera. But these are just smaller pieces of scraps. And then I even have these right here, little pieces. This could be a hinge, so I didn't throw that out. Here's 2 of those, like hinges. And then, let's see, this is also, well, it is folded at the moment, but it doesn't have to stay folded. The hinges don't have to stay folded. This is just the strips from the top of the paper pack. I think all of these are the strips right here from the top of the paper pack. All of these, but they're pretty on this side. That's why I saved them. They're all pretty on this side, and they have the writing on this side. But I have all those saved at the moment, and this was just a cut off right here from one of the scrapbook papers. So maybe we'll start with the big pieces and see what we can do with those. So like some of these, I'd like to just save for the person that gets this journal, because I found that really handy as I was making my own baby journal, my Mimi's journal, to save the scrapbook paper and be able to have that available for later. So like say you want to come in here and let me use the red since that's opposite. Say you want to come in here and put a picture and you want to use this as a frame. You know, wouldn't it be nice to have some scraps that match this journal along with it, right? So I could round the corners. I could go ahead and do that and just save these two pieces just like this for the person that gets this journal. Let's just round these corners first and see how it looks on this page real quick. So it would see the corners are rounded. So if you wanted to put a picture on here, wouldn't that be pretty as a little frame? You know, it doesn't have to be that big as I'm, you know, shaping the picture here, how it would look. But I don't have any pictures right here. But oh, I do have a smaller one. Let me grab a small picture. So say you wanted to put a little small picture on here, you know, or you can cut this down and have two pieces here. But right now, I would just leave it here in case someone had a bigger picture, or that it can always be cut down. So, so I think I'm gonna. I was thinking of that, but I didn't know. I didn't know if I wanted to decorate these or what. And there you have the other side too. You have either or. You know, these are double-sided, so you can use either one. Like back here, I have the opposite. So back here, you might want to use the chalkboard side, right? So that's my decision. These are going to be left intact and rounded corners for whoever gets this journal to use however they want. So you don't, if you're making a journal, you don't always have to decorate every single piece. You know, from my own experience, I like having some pieces available that match the journal. So I'm going to stick these in a pocket real quick just to have them out of the way and say they're done. So that's those. So this one, I really liked this. So see, this is from the paper pack, the strip that you usually cut off, but I didn't cut it off yet. And I liked the combination here just because it's pretty. So I thought maybe I could just cover this side up. So we've got red with white snowflakes on that side. So let's see. The opposite would be the green for this side. So if I wanted to put, let me see how many green. I just have this. I have this. I can do green on this side. Or, see, I'd have to cut some of that. Well, I wouldn't have to cut some. It can go down. Yeah, it would be just like that. Or I could put some chalkboard, something different on this side. And I kind of like the chalkboard. So is it big enough? There's a little strip here, but I think I would just probably leave it just so the strip's big enough to fit this whole space. So let's do it. This video is not going to be that long, so I don't want to waste time trying to figure out what I'm doing. I just want to try to do it. So I'm just cutting this off. And I can attach that with some art glitter glue, which I have, where is my art? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I have it over here upside down because this is the same bottle I've been using. It's barely got anything in here, but I am determined to use every last strip in here. So I am not stopping using this until I do have I have a new one, and I have it open. So in case I'm on a video and I just can't get this one to work, I can use the other one hopefully real quick. But this one, it's so weird how glue is if you use these Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue a lot. Like I'm using the bottom of Fabri-Tac right now too. And you know, I'm like, I pick it up, I have it over here upside down, and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, nothing's gonna come out of here. I can't, it's so light, I bet nothing's in here. And glue comes out. It's like never ending when you're at the end of a Fabri-Tac. It's never ending. It's just like, you think nothing's in there and glue just keeps coming out. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, I'm determined to use these two glues up before I open or start using another bottle, because I don't want any upside down glue sitting around anymore if I can help it. So okay, so that's that one. It's not done, but we did that. So let's see what else we have. We have music, we have some wallpaper. Now I want to have this one. I don't know what this is going to be because there's no writing space here. So my journaling cards and tags, I like to have some writing space on the back. So right now it doesn't have any writing space, but I may add something to it later. Right now I'm just kind of using up these scraps and then further decorating them. So I'm not saying this is done. I'm just saying, this is what we're doing at the moment. So this is another big piece that could be, you can of course write on the back of wallpaper, or I'm trying to think if I want to do anything to this. Can this be a background? Let me see how it looks somewhere in here. Like I wouldn't put it there. Where would I put this if this was a background? Here's the wallpaper it came from, so I don't think I would put it there unless I was making a pocket or something. I could put it here on the back of this where, you have the back of the wallpaper. That's, got the label and stuff on it. I could put it here to cover that up. So do I want to do that? And leave it for the person that gets this journal to do what they want with this piece of wallpaper. I could also round the corners on this, I believe. These corners will round with my corner rounder. So maybe that will be an option. I mean, I can go back and change my mind later, but I think if I were buying this journal, I would want that option, So another piece I'm going to put in with the pieces from this journal. So that one is done, and we have another one too. Let's go ahead and do that one. So there'll be 2 pieces of wallpaper and 2 cardstock pieces available to cut up or do whatever someone would want to do with them. Make their own ephemera or backgrounds or whatever, pockets and tucks. So that's 4 pieces used, the 4 biggest pieces. Okay, so what do we have left? Let's see. The strips, a lot of strips, this long piece and these little pieces, so not much left. Oh, there's a little piece of wallpaper. That's cute. Okay, so let me see. I think I want to make tags from all of these. Tags, but I need to put them on something stronger. Maybe glue 2 together. Would that be cool? I've never done that. I've glued book pages together, but not, regular text, text book pages, but not music pages. That would be something to make them stronger and use them up. I think that would be kind of fun. Let's see, these two are these two the same size? They're just about the same size, and these two. So let's do that with, I know this, all my glues are getting to the end, but this is a Craft Bond glue stick, and it is almost to the end, but I have another one right here. I'm just grabbing my little board that I glue on so that I don't get glue all over my little mat here, my cutting mat. So yeah, let's try this. I mean, why not use them up like this? Glue these 2 pieces together. Let's see, that's upright like this, and this is upright like this. I'm trying to just make sure if it doesn't matter which side is showing. They're just plain music on there. So those are glued together, and they're still a little thin, but we might be adding pieces to it. Let's see. This side needs to be evened up a little bit. Oh, I got a paper trash in there. I'm going to even this side up right here just to take off a sliver to even this side up. Okay. now, and again, these will be decorated later, I'm sure. I just want to see what I can do with them right now and use these up. So let's cut it into a tag shape. Let's cut it into a tag shape. Let's cut my little corners off. I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger. That's a little small. Let's cut that a little bit bigger. And so it's not bad for a papery type tag. I've got my crocodile right here. Let's punch a little hole right here. And oh, you know what? Let me see something. I think I might put an eyelid in here. I got my eyelets out to maybe use them, and I have these cute little colored ones. They're eyelid outlet. I think these are called quicklets. Got them on Amazon, and below my video now I'm linking my Amazon store. I had all my favorites just separately listed underneath my videos, and I've been wanting to do like Amazon store where I don't have to have so many, you know, it took up a lot of room. And not that it wasn't allowed or anything, but I just thought, you know, if I could put them all into one link, that would be very cool. Okay, so I kind of wanted a green one, and the green one didn't come out. Let's see if we can get a green one here. Didn't want to have to dump all of these out, but I could just dump them out in here if I wanted to. Here's a green one, I think, yeah. Here's a green one right here. So for these, I used the little hole in the little hole punch in the crocodile. You know, if you don't have one, it has a big hole punch here. This punch is actually, if you have a regular hole punch, you know, just a regular that you get at the Dollar Tree or something, this big hole, I believe this big hole in the crocodile is a tiny bit smaller than that one. And then this one's the smallest one. And this works great with these little quicklets eyelets. So I punch a hole, just punch a hole first. And now it's going to get stuck on there for some reason. Oh, it's probably got, okay, yeah, it's got a little piece of paper that's kind of hanging on. So it wanted to, okay. And trash, and then you stick your little eyelet in there. It fits perfectly. This little quicklet eyelet fits perfectly, see? And you got a nice little green eyelet. I think these are fun. I like to keep these on hand. And then you can squish it, and you have yourself a little eyelet where you can put a piece of like baker's twine later. I'll do that, but right now, like I said, I'm just using up scraps. So that's cute. And I'll put a little piece of baker's twine, will fit in there perfectly. And then maybe put a little something on here, but just using up my scraps at the moment. So let's get this, let's leave this out. I might use this again here. Let's see, because I've got these three more music scraps. So that's a big one. That could be a big tag. Okay, here's 2 big music pieces and 2 smaller. So let's do the same thing with all of these, if we can. Let me see. Okay, I don't have that much time left. I have about 4 minutes. So this is what I'm doing. The same thing. So you just saw me do that here. So I don't have to do it on video. I'm going to do the same thing with these 2 music pieces. Glue these together. Cut off the extra. Same thing with these 2 scraps. So I'll have used up those 2 scraps. And then I have some wallpaper. Oh, here's a wallpaper strip. That would be cute for a trim. I wonder if I could put that on my... Well, I'm not going to decide right now. I don't want to rush. But any of these trims would be cute as a decoration on these music tags. They're all colored, you know. So that's what I'll do with these. All of these, make little tags and probably add eyelets and use some of the strips there for decoration first. And then I can put like a little something, a fussy cut image or something on there. And these 2, let's see what we can do with this. I don't know if I want to sew this on somewhere though, you know. Let's see, let's just fold it in half. And around the corners, let's see, around the corners just make everything beautiful. So we'll do that. And let's see if we can use this strip inside here, make a little hidden pocket or something. So that, and let me see how much time I have left. I think 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes, actually. So I'm just going to cut this even. Here, make a little hidden pocket. This is kind of just a, you just have to experiment with your scraps so that, and do like weird different things so you can use them upright. So this is just a little, whatever you want to call it, journaling spot, using up a couple of scraps here. And I'll cut it even if I need to after I'm done gluing this on, but gotta go ahead and get this done. All right. So this will be a little hidden pocket in here where you can hide your secret, most personal and private things and that are tiny. So it's sticking out a little bit right here. I'm just gonna cut that off. And that will be, I'm not really doing any distressing in here in this journal. It doesn't, I don't think it calls for it, and it doesn't need it. So this will be, I'm not saying this is done, but this won't be distressed or anything. So there we go, used up another scrap, and now we have a little pocket right here. So cute. You can put a little tag or something in there, and you can write in here too. And I don't know what else I'll do to that, but anyway, that after I finish these tags and journaling spots and things, I will have used up just about all of my scraps, or all of them, well, except for the strips. And then I will just go from there and see what I can pull from my stash. So thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed that little update of this journal. It's, you can see, coming out nice. And oh, I did sew around the cover. I don't think I had done that last time I was with you. So I sewed around here, around the spine, is it all zigzag? Yeah, all zigzag stitched, and around here. So my sewing machine does sew through a little golden book. That's the first time I've done it. And the only problem I had was getting my sewing machine over here, the length, but I managed. So that's how it went. So I think that's really cool. So anyway, I'm going from there, and I'll be with you again on an update on this. Hopefully before I do the finished flip through, I will be able to come back and do something with you guys. So thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.